Okay, well, this is proof of biking here. I'm continuing to ride. I've actually got a friend of mine with me, and we're out riding around. We had some interesting ideas about what we thought about biking and what we could do with biking. I was just going over kind of what I was planning for this and how it works with cryptocoins. From your standpoint, what do you think is really wrong with the economy now? I mean, how are we?
Oh, well, I mean, in general, I think, too few people are benefiting at the expense of the many. I mean, it's kind of a cliche, the inequality, but it really does, I think, produce an unhealthy society.
Kind of a lopsided society
And I'd kind of like to see, I don't think everybody, I don't think the goal is to make everybody rich, but I think we can create structures that people can be of modest income or even poor in, and yet have some security and enjoy a dignified life. I mean, I think that should be our goal collectively.
Yeah, what I'm trying to do with all of this is really just get the sense of being able to do other things besides just what people think of as traditional work in order to find some fulfillment. Whether it's just getting out and riding your bike or I really don't know what the whole crypto coin world will lead to. But if we can find some way of just really enjoying being here on the planet together, I think we've all benefited somehow from it, and it's a big subject.
Yeah, so I don't know that much about cryptocoin. You've explained a little bit of what you're trying to do. Create community around a currency, and then also using it to encourage or even monetize certain types of activities that are left out or not valued by the traditional economy. I think that's a really great idea. I don't, so I commend you on trying to figure out how to do something like that. And
it's just with me, the coins are hopefully opening up some doors and at least letting us identify, well, what are the conditions that we're struggling with right now,
right,
and how can we improve on it. And I think one of the really neat things is just seeing how everything's kind of affected by everything else, and how if some people within a coin community really aren't really working in the same way, then it kind of affects the whole community. So one of the ideas behind proof of biking was, well, is there a way that we can really just generate coins even from riding our bikes? One way to do it would be to have a smartphone or something where you're actually tracking with your GPS your location, and so if you're riding along, then you could actually be mining coins at the same time. And the software is not written for it yet, but right now it's hopefully through donations, where people can actually support it. But we could conceivably actually do it where we're actually tracking it with real software.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, because with Bitcoin, we're using a tremendous amount of power to mine the Bitcoin, and if we just use our cell phones and say only if you're moving between 1.5 miles per hour to like 25 or so miles per hour, that's when you actually mine the coins, and you mine them at a different difficulty than say something like Bitcoin would be mining, where it's stationary. Yeah. So with the GPS, we can actually track movement. And I don't know how feasible this is, but
or you could integrate it with a bicycle computer or something like that too.
Sure, a bike computer or other tracking on the web or whatever you wanted to do. Right now, I'm just hoping to gather some interest, see what kinds of things are out there and how people react to it. So, do you have any other questions about anything? Or?
No, I like that idea. I guess one of my problems with the idea of a currency or cryptocurrency is the whole idea of just people that are very intelligent, using their intelligence or specialized knowledge to profit. I don't know so much at the expense of others, but I guess I'm old-fashioned. I think there should be some kind of, and I'm not a Marxist or anything like that, but some kind of social utility or social good that comes out of some kind of virtue that's tied to the currency. And I just have an awful difficult time with people say who have a PhD in mathematical physics, moving to Wall Street and figuring out how to exploit the system to just create wealth out of thin air, and
we need to present opportunities for everyone at whatever level.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if they can do that, then anybody should be able to generate money doing anything.
Well, sure. I mean, when you think about it, actually trying to make coins from your computer, from a software program that's running on it, it's kind of it's an interesting idea. It's like, well, what actual work are we really doing? How are we really building any real value? But in a sense, there's always a value in economy and economics and all these kinds of things. But we need to be able to share it wisely.
Well, yeah. So essentially, what you're doing, my understanding of a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is basically you're solving problems with the computer to mine the coin, right?
Yeah.
So why can't you generate coin by solving other types of problems, by say riding your bike or visiting someone in a nursing home or I mean just all the myriad types of activities that
benefit everyone.
That benefit everybody.
And I think there should be some incentive payments for that kind of thing. Whether it's environmental work or like you said, visiting people. And I guess part of the danger is that we don't want people to feel awkward about it either. So.
Right.
Yeah,
maybe it could kind of generate. I mean, I'm just speculating here. It could kind of evolve to something that's like a supplemental income or something. I mean, just something simple. I mean, I don't know what it's going to look like. I mean, I don't know. I just think there's so much work to be done.
Yeah, and the money's not flowing. That's part of the issue, is the money flow is getting tight. So if we can somehow get these little kind of incentives to get things flowing, then things can start, some of the real work. I mean, there's endless work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And the future could be filled with all these really neat things.
Oh, there's all kinds of things that need to be done. A lot of restoration work, just cleaning up after messes that we've made.
Yeah. And we need to be able to pay people to do it. Yeah. So, we've got to get some money flow back and have the economy kind of...
And unfortunately, the way our current economy works is the people that create the mess, they get to profit off cleaning it up. It seems to work that way, right? Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for interviewing, and we'll continue with our ride here.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, I made it up here. I wasn't sure I was gonna. It's not the bike to be trail riding on. I have another bike, but I can't carry the camera on it very easily. That's a nice view of the ocean out that way. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. Little hazy today. There's a water spout that touched down out there for the first time in, gosh, since about the 60s, I think. Kind of made news around here. Nice view. Well, I'm out riding again. Really nice weather today. It was sunny earlier, now it's starting to cloud up a little bit. The bunnies really like this area here. Lots of wild berries to eat, and they kind of hang out and hide underneath the bushes here. Earlier on today, it was really neat. We saw a golden eagle in our backyard. Apparently the bird feeder is attracting some small furry critters, if you know what I mean. And the eagle had gotten one of them, and it was perched on top of the the outdoor furniture, and it had the furry creature in its talons, and it was ready to take off. So it was really pretty amazing. I've never seen anything quite like that. That was a lot of fun. I wish I'd gotten that on camera, but unfortunately I flew away too quick. I got a little bit of footage on the iPhone. Yeah, there's been a lot of eagles and owls lately. My wife saw an owl yesterday. It was a big white owl, stopped in front of the car, took one look at her, and then flew off into the forest. So this time of year, a lot of eagles come through this area, so hopefully over the next few days I'm going to travel upriver and see if I can get some eagle footage or something. Hopefully I can get that on camera for you guys. That'd be kind of fun. So still out here riding around. So a lot of fun being out here on bike. There he is. There's the guy we saw yesterday. He's back hunting again. Pretty cool. Well, this is kind of the end of the week of riding for me. Been riding pretty much every day this week. I took Sunday off. This is a brand new bike path they just completed. It's really pretty neat because they did some flood control work to keep the downtown from flooding, and they really improved this. I'm underneath an overpass here. You can see the river down below. This has been a real nice experience for me riding this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the pictures, and you know, I'll keep doing some different things, see you know, what kind of interest there is in continuing this. And I'm also working on a web application, so I got a few things in the pot. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed it. This is kind of the concluding video here on this particular week. Hopefully I can keep going, but we'll see what happens. Bye for now.